Welcome. I promised you some great information and I'm going to deliver. So first of all, you're probably here because you're a CEO or a CMO, or maybe you're a CFO. Whatever the case, I'm going to share with you some of my top points, things that you probably are wondering about. This is a survey that I did amongst a large group of C-level executives, and here are the questions that they would like to know about building an online social media community for their brand. So here we go. The number one question that I'm asked is, will I get my return on investment on social media and community facilitation? The answer is, if executed properly, by all means, yes. It's also important to measure based on invaluable metrics like Net Promoter Score, engagement, and customer experience. All of these areas need to be factored into your ROI equations. I also want to add that I would not keep social media in a silo. I would involve your customer relationship manager in the conversation. I would engage your CFO. Don't keep social media in a silo, but work with your entire team to build a cohesive plan. Number two, how do I measure the success of my social media? Great question. Traditional metrics like acquisition, conversion, retention, advocacy, plus engagement stats such as views, clicks, shares, etc. Brand perception should also be monitored with simple surveys. You will be happy you did. Number three, what are my competitors doing on social media? Of course, you really should know. I don't advise watching your competitors out of a sense of fear, because it's more like co-opetition these days. Find out what they're doing well, and then you can build upon that. According to CNBC, one out of every 4 CEOs in the S&P 500 are active on social media. You will find that most admired and successful brands have active CEOs. That is not coincidental. And I'm seeing a lot of CEOs that started, especially on Twitter at the very beginning, and they're still there. You still see them engaging. So social media is not going away, obviously. Number 4, how do I gain traction with my community? I believe there's 3 very important points: consistency, relevancy, and compassion. Compassion being the most important one. You really want a sense of compassion in your community, because basically, we talk about B2B, B2C, but we're talking about B2P, B2P. These are people. These are people. Number 5, what should my voice and personality be? Transparency is the best approach. They say you can't put lipstick on a pig. If your customer service is not up to par, if your product or your service is not up to par, social media is not going to fix it. It's going to amplify the problems you're already having. So honestly, transparency is the best approach. There may be times when someone's not happy with your product or your service, and deleting their post is not always the best answer. Sometimes people are watching to see you engage with someone that left a complaint or that left a negative review. Now, that's not always the case. Sometimes the best option is to delete the post altogether, but there are times when people are watching you to see how you treat a disgruntled customer. Number 6, what social channel and format? Blog, videos, photos, what is the best for my brand? As long as content is relevant and engaging, many formats will have impact. Although people process media formats differently, Google measures 6 out of 10 prefer video. You're watching me right now, right? So a lot of times we want to take in content by video. That's 6 out of 10. Number 7, what are the pitfalls of building a community through social media? It's very important, as I said before, that your customer service team is represented in the process. Unfortunately, customers come on a brand's social feed often to complain rather than praise. More often than not, it is important to address those concerns quickly before they escalate further. Other than that, a lack of transparency will not go unnoticed. I have a lot more to say about this, but this is going to be a quick video. There's a way to handle what we call the trolls. Sometimes people are just so negative it doesn't make sense to engage, and other times it does make sense. So that's a whole nother subject. Number 8, what is the value of connecting with one customer versus running an ad that millions see? Aha! Well, let's just say that the lifetime value of your customer is $10,000. It's extremely important to engage with that person, right? It's not always necessarily the huge numbers. So find out what the lifetime value is of your customer, and you may find that taking time to create some organic marketing and ramping up your customer service experience team even more. Digital campaigns are all well and good, but sometimes the smaller way of organic marketing is more valuable in the end. Number 8, what is the value of connecting with one? I already just read that. That's why we're doing a draft, ladies and gentlemen, so we can see what our mistakes are going to be. Number 9, is my product right for social media? Yes. Social media can improve customer, legislative, and employee perception and engagement, regardless of your product or service. Number 10, can I use a community to improve my brand reputation? Absolutely. Full transparency goes a long way. Number 11, can I attract top talent through social media? It's a must nowadays. It's not even a question. 79% of job seekers use social media in their job search. Number 12, can I improve compliance and health with the community? Absolutely. Social sharing is very important in building a healthy community. Also, natural crowdsourcing occurs that will help you improve compliance and usage of your product. So, for example, if you go into your private Facebook group or your public Facebook page or your Instagram, and somebody who's on your team, could be your director of marketing speaking on your behalf, let's say they go live and they're talking about a new product launch and they're bragging about the benefits of the product. That's all well and good, and that's necessary, and I'm not saying that we want to throw out that. That's super important. But imagine that employee at your company blasting out a promotion versus the customers, the people that actually use your product or subscribe to your service. Imagine those people talking about your brand. How much more impact do you think that's going to have? It's gonna be a lot. It's a huge impact because it's peer-to-peer. It's customer to customer. So I really hope this has been valuable for you. Please connect with me if you'd like to schedule a complimentary consultation. Thank you so much.